Hi guys, it's me, Control here, and today I'm using the Inficraft mod for Minecraft 1.4.5, and I'm guessing that Infi stands for infinite, because this mod adds hundreds and hundreds of new tools. To give you an idea of how many we're talking about, if you see my inventory, there would usually be about 4 pages here, but now there are 24, and they're all millions and millions of different tools made out of every single different material. The idea of this mod is it allows you to make every single tool with all the different materials, so you can make a bone sword, a wooden sword, a dirt sword, and it's just amazing. So if you're wondering, if you want some kind of visual image of how many different tools we're talking about, every single chest here would be full of different tools. So all of these chests would be full with different things. So this one would be completely stacked with all of these different items. And if you want a number, there are 151 chests here, and that is what I've worked out. So there are actually some new tools, as well as the old tools being makeshifted with new things. So for example, we now have a machete, a mallet, a mattock, and an ice axe. But also we do have swords like this one. This is a occult cactus sword, and yeah, that is made out of cactus. So to craft this one, you use a bone as the handle and then 2 cactus. So see what I mean? It's made out of everything. Cactus is also used for all of these other tools, and there are thousands. So we have a cactus hatchet, a cactus dagger, a cactus bucket, a cactus pickaxe, a cactus sword, a cactus shovel, a cactus mattock, a cactus ice axe. It is used for everything, as I've said, and I'm still not sure how a cactus bucket would work. Now, as you can see, there is more than one individual cactus hatchet, but they all have different names depending on the handle they use. So if you have a look, that one looks like a wooden handle. That one is actually made out of netherrack. That one, I'm not even sure, so let's have a look. Oh, my bad. Let's have a look. That one is made out of this thing, which is made out of ice, so that one has an ice handle. This one has a slime handle. Oh, wow. This is made out... As you can see, there are just millions of crafting recipes, and if you wanted me to go through them all, for every single thing on this 24-page long list, that might take some time. So if we fly underground here, which I've made a nice big hole for you, as you can see, it mostly looks normal, but there are quite a few little changes. So we have this thing over here, and this is actually called purple stone. Oh, my bad, violet stone. And that doesn't really make much of a difference. It just adds color. I can't see any use for it other than making different colored tools and things like that. But we also have here sea-washed stone. I'm not even sure if that's a color. Some more violet stone there. Some green stone over here. And there's some lava, some redstone, some more green stone. But if we go down here, this is just plain old dark stone, I'm pretty sure. Yep, there we go, dark stone, which you can then get dark cobblestone from that, and then you can go on to make dark tools. So if you see what I mean, there are quite a lot of crafting recipes. Now, before I got sidetracked with the massiveness of this mod, I was going to show you these new tools, which were the ice axe, the mattock, the mallet, and the machete. Machete, even. So the ice axe is actually a diamond ice axe we have here, and that means that it must be pretty good. So you can break this ice pretty quickly, and there you go, you can actually go ahead and pick it up. It's like having silk touch, just without having to bother with the enchantments. And you're probably wondering, well, what is the point of being able to pick up ice anyway? But of course, with this mod, there are millions of things you can use ice for. So there we go, there's just ice, ice bricks, ice magic slab, I don't even know what that is, ice buckets, and then of course all of these ice tools. And then there are tools which have ice handles, and it just goes on. But this ice brick, I just thought I'd show you the texture because I've just seen it, and I think it actually looks really cool. And it's also slightly transparent. Now, I would love to see some sort of house made out of that. Okay, so the next tool we have is this, which is a mattock. Not entirely sure where that name came from, and I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. But this is pretty good for smashing stuff. And basically, it's good for smashing dirt and wood, but then when it comes to stone, it's not really that good. So, with dirt, it's almost instant, and then with wood, it's a lot quicker than any axe I've seen. But then, as I've said, with stone, it's a bit rubbish. Now, this is where the mallet comes in. Now, the mallet is just kind of average on dirt, but then when it comes to stone, it's absolutely super duper quick, and there went my Facebook, sorry. Um, and as I said, yeah, it cuts the stone really quick, quicker than a diamond pickaxe. It's absolutely awesome. So if you had these tools on you, it would actually be pretty cool because you'd be able to dig through anything really quickly. Now you're probably wondering how they managed to fit in all of these crafting recipes, because how would you be able to make a redstone mattock? Wouldn't it make a redstone pickaxe or something? But they have made loads of new items, so it's kind of hard to explain. I'll just show you. So here we go. This is the crafting recipe for this mattock, and you need one of these for the handle, and that is made out of sandstone, of course. And then for the head, oh, I'm pressing the wrong button now. You will need some of this, which I'm not sure what that is. Some of this, which is redstone surrounding an unnamed, which is helpful. And that is from grindstone next to iron. And the grindstone is made from one stone, which will give you grindstone. And then as you can see, all of these crafting recipes, they pile up and make it, I think I'm just going to go ahead and say this, even more confusing than Tekkit. And that is a big statement. Now, I've got a creeper spawner over there to try and show you what this machete will do, and I'm hoping that it's quite good. Let me just go to, oh, wrong one. Let's go to easy, or normal even. I'm feeling special. And make it night, so we can fight some creepers and see just how good this machete is. It's made from diamond, so I'm hoping it'll at least be as good as a diamond sword. And no creepers are spawning, so let's just make it midnight. Okay, there we go. Okay, so the machete. If I spawn in a creeper, we can try and fight it, and I'm hoping that this is at least as good as a diamond sword. So as you can see, I can kill a creeper in 3 hits, which again is exactly the same as the diamond sword, but that isn't really surprising because if you have a look at the crafting recipe, it's almost exactly the same, except it's diagonal, again with a different handle. Now, you're probably wondering whether there's actually any difference between all of these pickaxes. So if you look at all of these diamond pickaxes, is there a difference between them? Well, I've actually had a play around with all of them, and they all seem to mine at the same speed. I haven't really had time to do a thorough test because obviously there are just so many, so I don't know if some of them are better at chopping down individual blocks than others. So as you can see, this one is a mossy diamond pickaxe. Does that mean it will be able to chop moss more quickly? This one is a glassy diamond pickaxe. Can you chop glass more quickly? I don't know. This mod is just so huge, you can't actually test everything. So I would leave it for you to have a go. And I've just seen a mossy pickaxe. Not entirely sure how that works. How does this work? So there you go. You can have a mossy pickaxe. And on that bombshell, Control, signing out.